Welcome back to our channel, Cooking Healthy Urban Style. This is where we do homesteading type cooking, preserving, gardening, but we're doing it in the city or in the suburbs, so it is homesteading urban style. I'm making something really unique today. This is a gluten-free oat flour bread. It actually comes out more like a cake than a bread. So I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit. I'm going to make a little special today. I'm going to add some walnuts and some dried cherries to it, kind of make it like a dessert bread. So the first thing that I need to do is grind up for my oat flour. The ingredients are 2 3/4 cup gluten-free oat flour. I don't know if this brand is actually technically gluten-free. I think you have to, some oats maybe are not so much, but 2 3/4 cup oat flour, 2 tablespoons honey, 1 cup milk, 3 eggs, and I always do pasture-raised eggs. There is a difference. Cage-free, free range is not the same as pasture-raised. Pasture-raised means the chickens are actually out there in the pasture, so they're eating and grazing naturally and contributing to the health of the earth and our planet. Cage-free and what's called free range, they're still in the big hen house. We don't know really what they're being fed or injected with. So you want to do pasture-raised. If you get something like this brand Vital, there is a QR code on the end. You can scan that. A lot of these farms with pasture-raised, you can actually see the chickens in action out there and see the farm. The other thing is we're going to do a little bit of salt, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon baking powder. This recipe does say a half of a teaspoon of ground psyllium husk. I don't have that. It does list it as optional, so I don't necessarily have to include it. So here I have put my steel cut oats into my grain mill, as you can see, and it's probably going to make more than what I need for this recipe, but that's okay because I will jar it up and use it in the future. This is going to be a little loud. I will come back when this is done milling and I'll show you. Okay, my oats are done milling. See some of that in the lid. This is what it looks like. You can see, made a lot of oat flour. Okay, I will clean the rest of that up a little bit later. So right now, my instructions say to take the 3 eggs, the honey, and the milk and combine them in a mixing bowl. There's my 1 cup of milk. Three eggs and 2 tablespoons of honey. Whoops. Did I get a shell down in there? I will find out soon enough. I did. No, I didn't. Okay. 3 tablespoons honey. I'm going to whisk this together really well. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 2 3/4 cup of this oat flour and put it into the bowl, mix it in with it. 2 3/4. There's 1, 2, and 3/4. Going to mix that real well. Next, I'm going to add in the salt and the baking powder. I'm going to whisk it again. Then it goes into my loaf pan and into the oven. How simple was that? All right, that's combined in there. It's very runny. It's not like a regular bread dough at all. So a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I'm going to use the pink Himalayan sea salt. I kind of like that a whole lot. And that's a 1/2 teaspoon. It's going to be sticky with honey. Okay. Then baking powder is 1 tablespoon. Oops, sticky from honey again. It's all right. Okay, mix this up again real well. Then I'm going to add my cherries and my walnuts. I'm going to pour that into my loaf pan and pop that in the oven. That's what I have left in there. I don't know what measurements these are. I'm just going on feel. This is stoneware, by the way, with Pampered Chef. I have yet to have to grease this pan, and everything bakes so evenly, just beautifully. Okay, into the oven it goes. As you can see, it's pretty thin, but it's going to bake up so nice. Here is our finished gluten-free oatmeal dessert bread, and I made this with cherries and walnuts. I have to say, it is absolutely delicious. This was baked for 45 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Thank you everyone for watching. Please subscribe for more wonderful, amazing recipes. Have a great day. Bye-bye.